What's up, Ray? Was watching the live stream. Missed. You guys had a lot of fun in it. Oh, dude, you have no idea. Or I guess you do have a pretty good idea now. Like, I can't even explain the idiocy that was that stream. It was really bad. Getting ready to finish up this trial. That's what's up. Of course, before we do hop in, I do want to say, also, weirdly enough, it's not showing the chat on the right side for me. Oh, there we go. I think. Yep, there we go. Okay. Now I'm good. So, yeah, of course, as I always do before we start, of course, if you did check out the thumbnail, if you look at the bottom right beauty right there, that was made, excuse me, just woke up not too long ago. This was made by Krazeros. You can follow him on Twitter, and of course, I have the link for his Twitter down in the description if you would like to go follow him. He is open for commissions if you would like to get a character of yours done in this style. He is very good. He has only been improving more and more as he has been drawing more. So, highly recommend that you go follow him. Go see the amazing progress that he's been doing. Yeah. Let's finally continue this. Finally move on. We literally just left off as the investigation started, and I looked at those hammers or whatever the hell they are. What time is it for me? Well, I should rephrase that. I woke up around like 8, but it's 10:12 for me right now. So I woke up 2 hours ago, but I didn't like fully like let my brain process and all that stuff. I had some food, but I also just laid in bed and kind of dozed in and out afterward. So I still felt a little tired. So that's pretty much was my morning. Probably also gonna have to plug in my controller as well because this thing's about to have one bar. So I'm sure, and I know it'll let me know. Alright, so I guess I'll just look at everything one more time. I think this was the only thing I actually looked at though. So I was like, oh, this is actually a really good stopping point. My laptop froze. Fabulous. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. The Justice Hammers have been designed using these as models. I don't know. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. But for some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all. And it's also wet. Do the others know I'm streaming? Yeah, but the only thing about... The risky thing about streaming right now, a lot of the people usually come in during, like, the afternoon, and I'm doing this, like, in the morning, so that's one of the reasons why... Yeah, okay, my laptop just killed itself on me. But, the thing is, it's just that most people are around during the early afternoon or something, but I want to get this done, because I'm not going to lie, I kind of want to play Code Vein later. I've been really, like, digging that game, and I didn't get to play it yesterday. So I'm really looking to play it today. Taka, he'll never move again. Makes Captain obvious. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his dead body in the equipment room. Is this what was used to kill him? And there's a trap light out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way, there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Hifumi, you did. Hifumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. I like how they have to put in big there. Like, he's big. Guess he's fat. I get it. So rude. As I just said, his really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office where he was discovered, here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it. How the hell? It's no good. I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was lying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it! His glasses! When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. Oh, that's true. There ain't any more. He cleaned it up before he legitimately just, like, keeled over. But now, they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that, and why? Most likely Hifumi himself, because I'm still convinced he died here, not downstairs. It's Dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I mean, I think those things at the ends are handles, aren't they? I saw this in the art room before, or unless they're referring to, like, ones that are more propped up. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. Kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Repository dolly has been added to the truth bullet section of my handbook. Is there anything else in here? Alright, I'll just talk to everyone now. Alright, so we'll start from left to right.
So,
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together. And we came right to the repository too, you know, to look around. But when we got there, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. It was locked? And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it, and why is it unlocked now? Wondered the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there, but I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Sakura? There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then,
would you like my help? Yeah! Yeah, let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her. Meaning just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo Justice. It also became clear that this Robo Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costume assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office... What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving at the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor where we split up and began searching. It got really cloudy outside, good lord. And then right after that, Celeste screamed. This time, she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor. Excuse me. Celeste, what's wrong? That was rather intense. That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. Give me 1 second. Okay. And then... What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into two groups. Celestina and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up to the 3rd floor. When we got back to the nurse's office, there's a lot to catch up on, good lord. Literally, this is basically a previously on Danganronpa. We found Hifumi's corpse, which is also when we heard the body discover announcement play. I left Celeste and Hino alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened.
However...
But at the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. Which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discover announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Hifumi's body has disappeared. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was, in fact, gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? This time, Taka's body had disappeared. From there, we began our search for both the missing bodies. God, this really is like a catch-up. It literally is like a previously on Danganronpa. It is. This is ridiculous. And after some time, Celeste told us she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. And there we discovered the two bodies that had apparently vanished. This better get me something for the truth bullets, because god damn, this is taking forever. That brings us to now. Looking back, things have certainly been active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime. What? What a waste of time. That was horrible. All that, and you don't even get anything in the truth bullets section of my handbook. Probably should have tweeted this out as well. I didn't do that. Oh, whoops. I don't see how anyone could think otherwise when they... Wait, what did I say? Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died, yeah, he said Hiro's name.
So, in other words...
Then there is no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb. Wow. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
What?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing two people? What? Because all the rule says is you can kill someone and get away with it. You graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number one priority is not getting caught. But killing two people means more clues. More chances you'll get found out. Hold on. Perhaps... I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Huh? What's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation. Goodbye. Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. Mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would have killed him to tell me what it was? through the door that Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. Where's the lock? Hello? I don't see any way to lock it in the art room. The door can be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. That certain someone... There's got to be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are some places I already know about. First, the nurse's office, where Hifumi was found. Then the equipment room, where Taka was found. Okay. Away we go. Alright, so he said... I love how they even put that stuff in there. Alright, so first the nurse's office and then the equipment room. Okay. What the fuck? How did I make that sound? Oops, forgot how to run. It's circle. Found it. We're good. Equipment room. Oh, the equipment room on the same floor, idiot. Back to the equipment room. Okay, so the equipment room will be not over here. It'll actually be... Oh, in the physics lab, duh. Hey, Kuru. I'm gonna try to wrap up this damn case today. I'm gonna try to, at least. No promises. Yeah, I probably should have done the tweet. That was dumb of me. Just in case. Just in case. Hey, it's you. Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was left here. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There was blood on its tire. That blood have come from here? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that could definitely have been possible. That's true. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. I was living right here when the killer carried the body away.
What?
I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Huh? This tarp. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently, too. Yeah, that's what's underneath Taka's body, idiot. Is that actually it? Okay, I guess that was it. Wow, alright. Interesting. Let's head over here. Alright, back to the nurse's office. I keep forgetting actually there's a fast travel in this game, but oh well. Oh no, that's the library. Yeah, let's just do this. That's the equipment room. Toko. Yep, here we go. This music is so good, by the way. I love this music. It's good. Hi, Celeste. Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. I guess I'll just talk to Celeste then. What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
See.
How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office,
Yes,
right?
Indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone. Yeah, it is an early stream. I decided to do it early so I can have the rest of the day to play Code Vein. You know, if this trial allows that. It could not have gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
Indeed.
It would seem so. Carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of it as anything less than impossible. I think you're making a tall tale there, Celeste. Alright, hang on, give me 1 second. Oh, that's right, I have to do it through here. Fuck. Refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. There's a bunch of blood packets in here. For blood transfusions, I guess. Doesn't help me, though. I'm not a vampire. Actually, that does help the case, though. Because maybe this blood... Because I'm still thinking Hifumi didn't die the first time. So... Or, like, in this room. So I'm thinking that was a blood packet he used. Put it on his head. Make it look like he got hit. And then when when Celeste and Hina left the room, boom, big boy's gone because he just walked up the stairs. Or jogged. Maybe. But I think I got the hang of this thing already. I'm someone who at times, like when I'm like invested in something, I will check like every small detail. And then compile it all and make all these kind of possibilities. That's the goal here. It's just a normal trash can. Huh? Wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth, which Hifumi used. I mean, it's anime as well, so it's definitely Hifumi. So which Hifumi used, clean up his glasses, and then go upstairs, and then whoever else was upstairs, funny enough, if it was actually Taka and they both ended up just killing each other, that'd actually be really fucking funny. But then, I guess the actual murderer ended up killing Hifumi. Which is why there was, which explains many things. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. And it's got some kind of cartoon character on it. Ugh. But it's also covered in blood.
Oh.
Ah, did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe some blood. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either. But I think it might be important. I think you do, Celeste. I think you're the mastermind behind this. That's not true. I don't actually know shit. And before she actually is. Okay. Oh God, it's you. This is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hiro's room. Oh, and let me give you this. Meet in the dining hall. This is the note Hiro wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship is pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. Hey, what is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation. Goodbye. Fine! You ass! Hang on. Yeah, I probably should have sent out a tweet. We're like 20 minutes in. It's not over at this point, so give me 1 second. Imagine if Lighty solved this case already. That's all just filler now. Well, I'm smart. I'm a smart boy. Oh yeah, I forgot the link is in the Discord. Hell yes, that's gonna make life so much easier. Okay, Investigation and trial for Hifumi. Oh wait. Danganronpa. Trigger Happy Havoc. Characters. Yeah, this music's really good. It actually does make you feel like a pretty cool investigation game. Very proper for this. Link to Steam here. Up. Hold on. My dumb brain's being dumb. Okay, we're done. And... bada bam. Alright, now we can move on. Oops, I minimized it. Okay. Now we may continue onward. Onward! Alright, so, okay. So he said to go to Hiro's room, but what's waiting for me there? Let's do this. Why is PS Now trending on Twitter? What the fuck? Alright, to Hiro's room. And before he actually is dead as well. Then everything's thrown out of whack. Ah, there you are. The door is unlocked? I guess I can go inside. Valkia said to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm going to take a plunge. I'm going to take the plunge. I'm going to take a plunge. You're good, Ray. Welcome back. This is Hiro's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where do you even get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? Boxes. I think there's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something, and the thing's made out of, it looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster. Is this Robo Justice? It's in Hiro's room. But wait, these blueprints, something about them bothers me. That handwriting's atrocious. Yeah, that's not his handwriting. My room's the most basic bitch room out of all of them. Good lord, his room actually looks really dope. Anything else in here I can do? Bathroom. I soundlessly checked the bathroom. There's nothing in there. It's pretty grungy, bro. What the fuck? How does the bathroom even get this dirty? Oh. Really? He's a dirty boy in the bathroom. Gross! Normal bed, pretty much just like the one in my room. Yeah, I guess I'll leave the area now. Makoto, big news! Big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko! What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news. Robo Justice showed up too. Robo Justice? It's Hiro wearing the costume. Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. I think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran off to the second floor as fast as I could. Oh, okay, it just brought me to the second floor. Thank you. Oh. Hey, guys. Kyoko, and...
I mean...
Phew, man, if I had the worst day. Hiro? Hiro?
Oh, hey, Makoto.
Yeah, duh, who else would I be? That's a good question. Huh? What? Why do I look like this? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? Robot Justice finally made his appearance, huh? I guess Kyoko's the one that found him.
Right.
I found Hiro. He was jammed in the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up. I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something. Oh,
What?
that's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace. There was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind.
Nothing.
Never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind? First of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean...
Oh, well, I mean, I have no idea. One second I was asleep. I don't even know how that happened. Then I woke up. Then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me to look at you. Well, I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid freaking thing.
It would seem.
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. And before he has to wear that for the rest of the game, I will actually be happy if he does. We really don't have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. Aw, it took a few minutes, but eventually he got all the pieces off. Whew, free at last. That kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro.
So then.
More to the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume. Wait, what? Hold on a sec.
Honestly.
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
Okay.
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true. I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be?
Then it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone
terrible.
was Hiro. Shall we tie him up and gag him? Jesus. Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else. To tie me up? Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean, attacking blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. What killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake Hiro running around.
What are you saying?
Can they do that? Can they have, like... Is someone cosplaying Hiro? Pretty dope. And take a lot of skill. How do you cosplay someone like him? You're the... Excuse me. You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costume attacker? How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me. Fine. If you're going to be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a bit. Without missing a bit? Wait, was that supposed to be without missing a beat? I don't know. Started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
Gotta go to the bank to help your old man. All right, man. See you soon.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again.
Ah.
Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead. Okay. Turn that off. Against my will, I picked the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear that.
Just a second.
See, I told you it wasn't possible. You're absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But
Then there's another costume. They must have... Excuse me. They must have one that looks the same, but What fits them?
Honestly.
You insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
The heck?
Evidence? You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. What the heck?
The worst.
Who cares? Hiro's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
Terrible.
Which is how we know it was him.
What?
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Did someone, like, tell me? Robo Justice costume. I just talked to him again.
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed, Taka and Hifumi. What? 2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it. I did not. Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed, that's it. I know who did it.
Then.
May as well tell us then. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right? Which means
right.
Alter Ego and or Chihiro must have done it. An idiot, I forgot.
Correct.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Please.
Huh? Unfortunate?
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm
Um.
telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so then.
Oh, I know that. No. Oh.
Um.
Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. The last thing I remember is going to the rec room, then for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or
Just
something.
the worst.
Not a chance.
So,
No, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that. What? Really? I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone who wrote that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Well, after being trapped here for so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
just a second.
Okay, then show us that note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it. Yeah, sure.
Please.
You gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck? For serious? Yasuhiro's account. Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it. Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hiro. No, it's like I said.
The worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke, and that's why. Wait, that's false accusation. Someone help me.
Insane.
I'm sorry, I like Yasuhiro. He's pretty cool. He's a funny character. Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right? Ah, you're right. I need to go look for the second suit in that note. Pete, don't fail me now. I guess I'd better check the guard or get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko or Genocide Jack to switch with me, but if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away. Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation. Looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. Reject me so simply. Anyway, I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
Shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey,
Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. The corpses. Examine the corpses. I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl of the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living. Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer? Anyway, we have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository, and I guess we should head that way for now. Oh, I actually gotta walk there. Okay. Wait, is this the library? Oh, that's right. We're on the second floor. The pool's on the second floor. Whoops. Where are the stairs? Oh, wait. They're back here. Ah! Right, fast travel. I forget that's a damn thing in this game. Alright, so we need the repository. Reposit. We are here. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed so rigid. But only for a moment.
So then.
Well then, let's get started. Oh, that was quick. Crouched down next to Taka without hesitation, began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
The Monokuma was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth, she was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable. Okay, so do I talk to her again?
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You
Hey.
did? You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? He did? Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had his
So
watch?
then.
Take a look. Oh, it cracked. I was about to say, I thought the watch was still there. Ah! Broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? Most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. Oh, that's a good clue. A real good-ass clue. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime after 6.
That's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey, you! How long are you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared Oh, that's right, I remember that. His wrist, pointing at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all little boys and girls.
In other words.
Even Taka didn't even last long, I just realized that. So if it worked at 10 p.m. or 10 last night, it could have been broken at 6 p.m. It must have happened at 6 this morning. I think I read that first one wrong. Sure. Yay,
However-
broken wristwatch. God. English. Ugh. And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. You're right. There's something there. Or there's something white in there. Can you try and pry it out? Me?
Because
Rigor mortis has always set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. Man, you really just pulled the sex card. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. Piece of paper? Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. The little scrap of paper doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
Is that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then.
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues on his own. You talk a scrap of paper. Yay. Oh wait, I think I read all that. Alright, yeah, let's go to her. So, did you find anything? I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper?
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see. In his pants? Wait, so
Why
you...
is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Hey, Harna. Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up. When I think how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like, it better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note? I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet up in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
so
That sounds very familiar. That's it. That's the same thing Hiro said. Then he was telling us the truth.
however,
Although, it's not exactly the same, is it? Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. I mean, it's possible he's just an idiot. time is different. Oh, the time. Okay. I thought he was, like, wording it differently. I was like, I mean, he's an idiot. Hiro told us that his note said to meet them at 1 a.m. But the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
Is that right?
Hold on. Just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So...
Part of it had been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. There's some meaning to part of... There's some meaning to part of it being ripped. Could you maybe explain a little more? Think carefully. Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
So then...
If it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it, what if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become more scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. Okay.
Hey.
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
Is that right?
If you didn't have to think about it then at all... Oh my lord. If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may have come a point, however, where the handbook may play a role. The handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. Oh, please tell me it's over so I can stop reading all this. Please. Please tell me it's time to start.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin!
Thank you, Jesus.
Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Oh, thank God.
Seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we better get going. Okay. Thank God. Hello, my best friend, Red Door. I did not mean to hit that. My best friend, Red Door. How I've missed thee. That's the one part where I don't have to do a lot of reading. Let's do this! Oh, it'd be time. It'd be time. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. As soon as we were all there...
Monokuma appears!
Hello! Hello! He's multiplied? Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? We just get to the elevator already.
Boy, tough crowd.
You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you. Okay, fine.
Hey!
And if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train, elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hiro. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already, I didn't do it. For serious. That reminds me, did you ever find the costume or the note? Well, no, but... How unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit.
Hey.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
He's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't tell whoever killed Hifumi Taka. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive. And for the two that lost their lives. I really do care more about Taka than Hifumi, though. I'm not going to lie. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is... someone right here. We're doing this. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, The slow descent. The doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator doors slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
I'm goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. We don't have seats. We just have stepping podiums or whatever. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Oh, it's finally done! Now we can actually start the trial and hopefully maybe get it done within the hour. I know these can actually be kind of long. Oh, I do have another one. I have the breathing technique. Focus gauge recovers more quickly, effective during the non-stop debate, the hangman's gambit, and the bullet time battle. Hell yeah, I'll do it. Have any others? Nope, that's it. All right, dope. I need to make sure I at least get one more before this game ends.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Okay.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Done within an hour, we can only hope. Dog, you're not wrong. Like, I'm sorry, like, I like this. I really am enjoying this game with the investigations and all that stuff, but sorry, I want to play Code Vein really badly today. I didn't get to play it yesterday at all. That game's fun as hell.
Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Is that really coming from Jill?
Who are you calling a murderer?
Okay, yeah. You hit him with it, Hiro.
I'm sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence.
I know.
Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it.
Not in his handwriting, and I can't vouch for
And
that.
all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know.
Is Hiro really the killer, or anything else? We have to make that clear. Oh shit! Here we go. Yeah, so Hiro's message. Oh, they're talking about like his actual message. So this is for his handwriting.
In your room.
Yep.
The blueprints, the suit parts.
That. Hell yeah. You're wrong, bitch. The blueprints had that disgusting ass handwriting.
Are you sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
I love how he can defend himself with his own stupidity.
So, Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
What? Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
Hold on a minute. I just came to a realization. This might be wrong, but Hiro was knocked out. And I still think the picture that Celeste took was really BS with Hifumi like getting grabbed by Robo-Justice. What if they had Hiro unconscious already, put him in the suit, and like dragged him along, like had Hifumi drag him along, and then Hifumi acted scared, and Celeste took the picture. Dude, I mean, it's still Hiro. The Illuminati.
Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Is the stream dead? Everything's still running for me. I was about to say, I even have, like, not only do I have it, like, on Streamlabs, I have it on my laptop as well to just make sure. I do that every time. Oh. It didn't do that for me. Yeah, I don't need to read that.
Hiro
Throw me off.
is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro, what?
Yep, there it goes. Oh, it's already back. Imagine being Streamlabs. Supposed to be better than OBS. And then it does that. Wild. Wild! Anyway. Yeah, that time it went off for me. The first time I didn't see that happen, but this time it did. Oh, there it goes again. Oh, wait, no, that was just dropping frames. I'm gonna give it a second. Trying to get it off its period. Alright, I think it's fine now, though. Are we all good?
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
Whoops!
What? Now that's a...
And what reason do you have to make
Fuck!
such a statement?
I tripped on the fucking X button.
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
Oh, the dolly or whatever the hell it is.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
No. Things that were used to move Taka's body. They must have been... The repository dolly. I got it! Still one more thing. Oh, fuck. I can't believe it. Oh, idiot, the blue tarp.
I got it!
I was like,
They
what else was in that room?
A dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Yes.
That dolly
No.
was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Maybe you could say something, Byakuya. It's gotta just be me.
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
I'd have beat your
We've
ass.
all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean that I remember I can change her mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. Oh god, a new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Okay, yes, please. Let's talk about reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're gonna add more ingredient to the recipe. Dope. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up till now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking onto and pressing the triangle button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing square. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the square button in time when the tempo marker. Yeah, okay. Basically, just remember that the square button now has a function along with the X and square. You'll automatically reload when at the start of fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. But if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. Well, rip, because I am not on gentle. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well, I can't do that. Well then, good luck and have some fun. Oh, okay. Lag a little bit there. Wait, I forgot how to play!
You have it wrong. I cannot.
Oh, you.
You are a fool. So pathetic.
Oh, okay, I got this.
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch.
How dare you?
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere.
Ha! Eat
I
shit!
cannot agree. This should
I don't give a shit if you agree or not. Beat your ass, Celeste. Try me again, bitch.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here.
Shit out of her! Anyway.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, That was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's
Yeah.
get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
But look how the body was moved. It would be clear by the person. The suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? Oh wait, didn't Hina mention at a time like you can't bend over in that outfit?
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
No, you dumb bitch! You can't do it in that outfit, in that costume. God.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Yeah, your own words, idiot. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend it at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist.
Alright.
Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
Dumb bitch.
Seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Smart, strong girl.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off by just to move the body because you can't take it off by yourself. That's right, because there was a lock on it or
I don't think taking
something.
off the suit was an option. If you remember,
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? It didn't make the stupid freaking thing. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
if he could have gotten it off by
Poor
himself,
Hiro.
I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice?
The thing looks stupid. The
If
picture
whoever
is
was in that
ridiculous.
suit is not the culprit. How do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, The proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
God, you can be, like, convinced super easily.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it before we rush to a verdict. Shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
Okay.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library.
Still think that picture's
He
bullshit.
was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Oh, whoops, idiot. That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
and then...
Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office.
Hell, I'm dozing off. I'm not dozing off. I probably sounded it slightly when I was stretching. Like, I sounded like slightly sleepy, but it was only because I was stretching.
While Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect.
Of course, that you mentioned. I'm fucking yawning. Thanks. Oh, excuse me.
When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Gonna be a little bunch of times when you're rehearing everything you already know. That also is kind of that. That's also very true. Like, I'm already hearing this stuff, so I'm honestly not even looking over at the game just, like, right this second. I've been looking at my laptop and stuff. Like, literally because, like, all right, I heard all this.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
You're about to find me passed out, Sakura. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing.
Dun, dun, dun!
Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. Which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden in whatever happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what. Monokuma file number 3. Oh, this is an absorb. If that's showing up, then it's probably an absorb.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
I don't know.
Perhaps it was after?
I don't need it.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Oh, jeez, I got it. All right.
No, that's wrong.
Thought I was going to hit the purple and it was going to, like, bounce off. I was going to be like, God damn it.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order.
Oh, that I actually didn't
But
consider.
in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Oh, shit. There's something that relates to what time he must have died. Oh, his watch! He had a watch! And, actually, yeah, it's pretty much just the watch. Oh, fuck, that actually made me go wristwatch. Eat my ass. I need a W. I need a W! Ah, the A went away just the worst time ever. The H.
Now I understand.
Now I understand.
I got it. Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night...
Hey, you! How long are you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
Ah, clever.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
God's sake, quit showing this part. I get it.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct?
Still gonna assume he was actually alive.
And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body, because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how.
Yeah.
In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
We could have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? It would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared
I don't believe
in
it.
1 minute.
I don't believe it.
Took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Ludicrous! Blasphemy!
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Oh man, speaking in riddles.
What? How? If the dead body were to move itself.
Yes! Kyoko, I love you. Oh, idiot.
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another...
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Dog, literally, I knew it. He just walked away. I knew it. It was so obvious. Like, how you gonna move that big, ugly, fat-ass body from the first floor, like, what, onto the third? Are you kidding me? Bullshit.
He was alive?
And Celeste was making us go back and forth with all this shit so he can make sure he got safely to the third floor. That's what I'm thinking, because she was making us go in, like, all kinds of directions. So I really think Celeste is probably, like, the culprit here.
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
Yes.
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive, is it really possible? Yes! Of course. But of course. What?
Are you
Oh,
saying
it's
that
another
when we first found
orb.
Hifumi in the nurse's
Orb.
office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is impossible.
Shut up.
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
I just want to make sure it's
Surely you heard
R1.
the body discovery announcement, along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
I assume it's that.
And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't mean to hit that one. Yeah, but my bad. That was dumb.
Are you saying?
Oh, I gotta do it all over again, but luckily there's a fast forward button.
No. It is Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovery. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why
Damn
the
it.
announcement
What? Minus 5
was made.
seconds. Eat my ass.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Oh, wait. Maybe actually, no, wait, wasn't that the one I just did?
Saying that when we first,
Hang on.
there's a chance you...
No. Hifumi
What?
was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body. That Hifumi's dead body had been, and that is why the announcement.
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal
Wait.
someone else's
Yeah, because I
discovery.
did do that one. Okay, hang on, I fucked up. I see.
Are you saying that when we first, there's a chance
He was actually.
No.
Yay, 1
It
second.
is Hifumi was dead. Without a, and you
No,
know
yeah,
that.
I know. I had to, I messed it up. I had it mixed up.
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No, it's wrong.
I feel like ever doing Kyoko's is never gonna happen. Like, just like
Was the body
shooting through
discovery
her
announcement
statements,
that
it's
was
never
made
gonna be the thing.
Really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right.
Trying to readjust.
It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for...
First of all, if two bodies had been found, there really should have been two announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail.
I think the absorbing truth bullets are one of my least favorites. Not gonna lie.
But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
It's rare. Yeah, I imagine it's rare when you fire at Kyoko's.
No, actually, that was plenty. He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again.
Because that's what happened when Hifumi actually did die, and they got the announcement. It was during when he actually like died in Hina's arms.
If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Second body discovery announcement. First time it played was when we found each body at the nurse's office and the equipment room. Just after Hifumi came back to life, and both bodies were rediscovered. Who's my favorite?
We heard it a second time in the repository when we rediscovered
That's tough.
the two bodies.
I like Kyoko. I like Byakuya. I like Hiro. The rest of the cast I don't really like that much. But it's probably down to one of those three. I mean, I like Makoto as well. Makoto's pretty okay. But he's just always the main antagonist boy. I feel like he's kind of a... Well, actually, I do like Monokuma as well. Monokuma's also really good.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
I mean, Celeste isn't a bad one, but... I don't know, she has her offs and ons.
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering
I'd probably
both
say
bodies,
Byakuya.
the announcement shouldn't have played.
No! Wait, there's also Chihiro. I'd say it's either Byakuya or Chihiro for
In
sure.
reality, when the two dead
Everyone else I don't really
bodies
give a
were
shit about.
rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
I feel like it's a tie between Chihiro and Byakuya.
when we found
Oh, did I say
Hifumi the
antagonist? I meant
first time in
protagonist.
the
You know what I
nurse's
meant. Shut up.
office, he wasn't
Maybe he is the
actually
main
dead
antagonist
yet.
at the end of this. Maybe that's what's going on here. He
Wasn't
set this
actually
up.
Found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
He's actually the ultimate. Let's go like ultimate stuff. He's the ultimate despair. I like the second or third cast more. I've seen what they look like and some of their personalities, a glimpse of them, and I think you might be right on that. There's like, oh no, wait, I do like Sakura as well. Sakura's a really dope character.
And that's just part of it.
Sakura's dope. He's probably one of my favorites as well. I don't put Kyoko up there that much simply because he has like no personality at all.
There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
Wait, if he was playing dead, that was actually good logic.
But
What are you talking
honestly,
about?
I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
And literally, she's pretty much, with all these things of her just constantly like questioning and like doing all this shit, it's pretty obvious. I feel like unless they do a big swerve at the end, it's pretty obvious that Celeste is indeed the one
Okay,
that
then,
is guilty.
Let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body.
Judging by how she made us go do a huge run around when Hifumi was apparently air quotes dead, assuming so Hifumi can go back upstairs and maybe do so and move Taka's body to the repository or something. And not to mention her constantly objecting to almost everything everyone says. It like almost like demeaning our progress on the trial. It really does make me feel like Celeste is probably the
Then it should be
person who did it.
whether he was really alive or not.
Kyoko's better in what?
This whole thing is pointless.
There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone. Are they looking for a difference in something? Oh, yes, his glasses, yes, because there was blood downstairs,
Well, here's
and then he
one
wiped
thing
it off
we
because of
do.
the cloth upstairs,
The
or
first time we
he
found
wiped it with the
Hifumi's
cloth, threw it
body
in the
was
trash in the nurse's
nurse's
office, and then that happened. Okay, yeah,
While me and Celeste were in the bathroom,
I got
his
it. I
body
got this down.
disappeared.
Yeah.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
Yeah.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
You dumb bitch!
No, he's wrong.
Or you deceiving bitch?
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository.
So yeah, I will actually say, top three probably are Byakuya, Chihiro, Sakura, and then obviously number 4 would be Kyoko. Jill, or Genocide Jill / Toko would probably be up there as well. Because I really like Jill. Jill's good.
His glasses.
His glasses. My
That alone
glasses!
proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
The evidence I found in the trash can in the nurse's office was
I got it!
cleaning cloth.
It was a
Obvious.
glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on... And whose digital
Fuck.
camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
Genocide show? Is that like a Japanese version of her name or something?
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
What the fuck is that? What even is
I
that?
highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Well, you're saying the anime version's bad? Because you did the less than, not the greater than.
Then there's no question. It belongs to Hifumi.
Because the artist who did who drew Ayane down there at the bottom right even said, play the game. Play the game. Don't just watch the anime, play the game. That would be your good first impression. I was like, oh, okay.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Yeah.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
It's an emoji looking... Believe it or not, don't see that. Yeah, it just looks like 2 arrows.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Well, it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet.
Yeah, when I usually see people, they usually put them out there, like a dot or like a W in the middle of it. That's what I at times do. I got that from the other artist, Alleycat. They do that a lot as well.
And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
Fuck.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Hifumi!
It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside.
Yeah, what Haran did.
Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
When people do that, some people do that to show off a smile, or they're literally just pointing up to the message above them. But normally when I see people do that, they pretty much do exactly what Harna just did, where they have like the period, the W, or that line, or underscore. Or even, imagine still not allowing me to sign into the freaking chat on here. Or you can do one where it's not the underscore. If you don't like do shift underscore, you can actually just do like that like minus sign. People also do that to make it like a cute little small smile.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
The thing that Hifumi stole from Taka, could it be? Oh, the piece of the plate of paper. I got it.
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants. Take a look at what the note says.
Found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro.
I still am pretty fixated that it's not Hiro,
And
though.
that person could only have been...
Me! Taka.
That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy! Just to be clear,
Huffy.
TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right? Oh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still. I can't let her get to me. Broken wristwatch, Finn's glasses, unclean. I'm assuming the broken wristwatch.
Huffy had the note, right?
Oh wait, how do I change it?
Then the
We're
person
good.
it was intended for must have been Huffy!
No!
But remember what the note said.
Fuck!
What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
But you're wrong!
No, that's wrong.
Now please get rid of that creepy face.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to
What
meet
you
at
talking
6
about?
a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more.
Oh.
Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone
All right.
used that note to trick Taka. Just the culprit really is a cold-blooded monster, telling people they found a way out.
I found a way.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it? Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Okay. Where's the little tiny bitty paper? Yes!
I got it!
I got it!
When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was
Oh,
gripping a small
God.
scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died
What
clutching
happened?
the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa, yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
Sorry, no.
Rip.
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Oh my god.
That little walrus!
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right?
Oh, but there was one that got cleaned and got wet, wasn't there?
So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then...
Unless you beat the living shit out of them
Is
with
it
it.
not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
Weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding the case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow I have to find the truth.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
One thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
No, that's wrong.
Because this one was already cleaned up and everything. It was spotless. It didn't have Justice
The murder
Hammer on it.
weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Yes.
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off.
You getting closer to the end by now? What does Charlie mean? I hope so.
I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones.
But if so, then I gotta say, this trial actually is going by pretty quick.
And even some flat mallet-like ones.
Like even faster than the other ones.
I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that was the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but... Oh no, not an absorb bullet again. God damn it.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That's probably what I shoot.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however,
Yeah, especially
there were two murders.
mine. Especially since it was Kyoko talking. It kind of gives me the vibe like, oh, okay, don't shoot that. So it was what Celeste said with impossibilities.
Even if more than one person, only the one who actually carried out the act, assuming the rule holds true.
Bitch!
No, it's wrong.
You're wrong!
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward.
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the
Oh.
true killer did to Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
But that's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
The effort made to convince us the two murders at the same time, that was the main characteristic this time. Yoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning. Which is why she said not to look at this as a series connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Yoko really is amazing, although, when you think about it, it's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at
I
this.
understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions and in the end murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. Here we go. You!
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him.
Oh, she's about to lose her cool.
Never go within 10 feet of that
Shit for brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Yep.
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
What is it that Hifumi and Celeste had in common? Oh, yeah.
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo-Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw a shadow, something moving around the top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream from someone like you. I saw him, that strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
I'm only not reading that because I've read that like
To get us
8,000
to
times
divide
already.
into two groups, so that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Why don't we split into two groups? I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting. Very well, then Makoto and Hina, will you come with me to the nurse's office? I will leave the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Byakuya, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom.
It's going good. According to Kristen, I'm almost done with the trial.
Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
You must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Haven't I played this trial before? No.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Byakuya said the Celeste comment doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to? God damn it.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
No, if Byakuya's saying it, I don't think I'm going to be messing with him. I think I'm going to try to hit Celeste. So I think I'm going to try So Strange and those guys. Oh, because how did she know that, like, what, Taka died or something?
Frightened and confused. They must be. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
Oh, eat my ass.
And
Fuck!
that is all I said.
Alright, that didn't count. Good.
That's all it takes.
What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
God damn it.
All I said, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are going to die, just like those.
Yep, okay. I was about to say, I don't think I would be trying to shoot at Byakuya. I think I'm trying to shoot back at Celeste.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations?
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
That's so easy.
It has to be some kind of setup, right?
Yes.
So let's put the suit on. And
Okay, well,
then,
no.
Then she used the camera's timer to
Wouldn't.
set up
No.
the picture.
No. Now you lost me. It's too small for that thing.
I'm so quickly forgotten. You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanations? There wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. And the only other possibility, Hifumi and the suspect are dancing. They had been drinking. Yeah, it's dragging the suspect away.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Ah! She's cracking!
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course...
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Damn, okay. Les thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? Robo Justice costume. Okay.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out!
Hip.
Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
You tell her!
Like
Hiro, I was
said,
about to call you something else. I was about to call you Hifumi. I'm so sorry I insulted
As
you.
you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like
Fuck it!
that.
Hiya!
No, that's wrong.
Well, regardless, even if they were unconscious, they can't bend forward because that outfit is... You can't bend. You can't bend at the
No.
waist.
Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that.
Mikoto speaking the facts.
Because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
You totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
What the hell has Monokuma been doing? He hasn't said anything. He's just like looking like he's about to orgasm.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Uh-oh.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it.
He cracking.
That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, she's about to break.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste?
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Hifumi, who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right, I remember. Their name. Yasu Hiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
Now her voice is a little more higher pitched than it should be.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hakakure!
Okay.
But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's
What?
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro. But are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
God damn.
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
Last names, I think, right?
I got it!
I got it.
That's right. Our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to.
Oh.
And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit!
Jesus.
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name!
Oh, the e-handbook will show her real name. I know I just cut her off, but that'll show her real name. Oh, dude, Byakuya's awesome.
Do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it. Bring out the handbook, bitch. Yeah, there it is, the e-handbook. Where is it?
Hifumi was trying to
Yeah,
tell us.
shut
He
up.
wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name.
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
Why is it upside down?
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
Bitch, we do, though.
No, that's wrong. That's it. The handbook.
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Yep. This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it'll display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
Prick the bitch.
That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because...
Oh, God.
Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on
Oh, this
all
is
your
it then, okay.
crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Oh, yeah. That is the most ugliest Hifumi I've ever seen in my life. All right. What the fuck is that? That poster. All right. I guess that one, like trying to convince him or some shit. I don't know. Act 2. I'm guessing this is the wristwatch. Oh, right, because the note. This is before he comes in. Or as he comes in, and then that happens, and then I'll break him unconscious. And then... Oh, the camera. So, okay. So, yeah, I was about to say, I know there's a picture of the camera there. And then we got Taka, looking badass. So that's him looking at the good watch. I imagine that's going to be important. I'm not going to lie, though. Taka had a pretty dope look when he had that white hair. I'm kind of upset that he got taken down by Hifumi, of all people. And then... do we do... Oh, fuck. What hammer was he broke? Did he die with? It was 4, right? I think it was 4. And they showed the picture to me. And then it showed Hifumi. And then... oh, the library. So it's going to show... is there an injury or maybe one of the hammers? All right, let's try that one. What the fuck? Is he dancing in the blood? A weird motherfucker. And then Justice Hammer 3, which was supposed to technically be bigger. Oh no! And then they found them at the same time there. X6. Oh, this is where he starts moving the body. And then Hifumi. I like how this thing's still here. Bloody hammer. Let's see. Oh yeah, the bloody hammer. Yeah. Bloody hammer. That's what I was looking for.
Here's exactly what happened.
Is it?
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone
Bloody
to help carry
hammer.
out the murder. Hifumi, with an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Ah!
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Fire. Yep.
The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these two incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did.
The whole soundtrack, I think, is actually really, really good.
We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in the tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
Bad
Their
fuck.
plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
These build-ups, though.
Celeste. Sorry, you lose.
That art of Celeste right there is actually really good.
Lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Oh.
Diego?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Well then. Yes! Oh, it's finally over, but now we gotta sit through more dialogue before I can actually finish this. Gotta sit through her execution.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for.
I forgot
Time to
Monokuma was even
vote.
in here.
Okay.
I
If
literally
you
forgot
would,
Monokuma was even
please
in here.
Locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Literally, he's just been quiet pretty much the entire time. Like, I think I've seen him talk way more in the other trials aside from this one. This one, he was really, really quiet. Yay! It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The black, and this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Luthenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro. Yasuhiro, whatever. I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. How did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then.
Then did you use, you know? I knew you'd figured it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean... Are you talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words.
Oh, Lord. And you're the one who stole it?
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
When you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it would disappear, I paid Hifumi a little visit. Oh, so that was his room. I was like, why does she have that picture on her wall? I thought Hifumi came into her room. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It's about what was stolen. I know who did it.
what? Are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it. What?
So then.
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? Yeah, I mean, I do an okay one. I'm not really, like, trying to do his. I could give it a little more effort, but honestly, I'm trying to get good with just doing my regular voice at times and then try to get other things. But, hold on. Okay. As it turned out, I'd find a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd show it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for me.
Please forgive me. He threatened me. He did?
As for me.
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
What?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as I asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime. I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him.
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually.
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean... Taka is going to try to kill you.
Indeed.
And also, he can keep her to himself. That bastard. Bastard.
Honestly.
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear I will save her!
There you go.
Actually.
Then, would you like to join with me? it's just so happens I've come up with a plan. Huh? I've devised a way to reclaim that what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even a love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide a face in general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry.
Well,
When you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course. That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have had an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of an opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
so in the end,
You had planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself. How can human life mean so little to you? That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
don't be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
why.
Then what made you think things thus far? Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offers? That is a lot of money, it's true. That's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape. But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch.
Obviously that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch.
I wanted to get out of here. Every day was fresh torture. And do you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. And what was this dream of
isn't it
yours?
wonderful?
To live in a European castle. A castle? And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need, so she is full-blown goth. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of
This is
decadence.
fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's 10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing to be done.
unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh.
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
Do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me now, however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Mary Antoinette. Ooh! You just get executed again. Celeste smiled then. And when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Chills! Kills!
You all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The blackened disturb the peace and must pay the price.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then... Take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Damn. Bad life for Celeste. All right. Oh, Lord. Glad the reading's over. I don't feel any despair. I just feel legit anguish when I constantly have to read through all this. Oh, he made a castle for her. That was very nice of him. That's a lot of Monokumas. The beginning of the Versailles, what did that say? Waste or something? Oh, he's just gonna burn her alive? That's boring. Well, I'm hoping they do something else too. Unless it's gonna surround her in fire. I don't know if that's gonna actually... Oh no, I think that's gonna get her. Those stupid fires. I'm assuming that fire truck's probably gonna hit her. But I imagine that thing just trampled her. It's a game. That's all I could say. That was it? It actually was kind of disappointing. That probably was one of my least favorite of them. I'm glad Celeste took that like a champ, though. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend, too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free from their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You don't need... You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation. But what do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock it down one by one. It's sad, yes it is. But that reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see some kind of key-type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you
What did you do? What did you do? Wait, what did you... Oh, yeah, what did you do to me? Good lord. What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. What do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? Mastermind did something to Kyoko's body. What does that mean? Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here. Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later.
See ya! Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and despair. Although, it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko, Monokuma I already mentioned it, but what was that key Celeste gave you? Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers. What? Then that means Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go back.
Indeed.
Good idea. Oh my god, that was the quickest ever. We left our courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. Oh, god damn it. I thought we were done. Kyoko looked back at us and said, I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone? Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Bye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
well then.
And it's up to you now.
Yo,
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? Huh? So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Shut your lewd ass up. Ah, does that mean what I think it means? Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. Tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Yeah.
So then.
We need to get back into that locker. Hold on. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw... Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. I'd never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a while longer. Now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own out here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However,
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. Don't need to know? That just makes me even more worried. Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time? You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that,
indeed.
it's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No! I believe in you. You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I wanted you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then
That's fine.
fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see, what I heard from Kyoko then was, well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believed in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. Okay. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own 2 eyes, so I waited for the nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back, said it was the only way. She said it was way in the back of the boys' in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet. But could Kyoko really be right about this? I'm sorry. We're literally almost 3 hours into this damn stream, and words are starting to stutter up. It's just a normal storage closet as far as I could tell. Secret Kyoko told me about. Could it really be hidden here? Said it was way in the back of the storage closet. But I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet. And suddenly, as if I were being yanked in, Gashunk! At the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. But don't. I'd fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? Turned out, the back wall was like a revolving door, and I'd made my way to the other side, just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor, there's a storage closet. And way in the back of that closet, there's a secret room. Well, we're at 2 hours and 48 minutes, so yeah. This is the secret room. What's in here? There's a bunch of files in what look like a volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope's Peak Academy Student Registry. This is the one thing in here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand. But before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave. Well, that's creepy. That's kind of weird. I can understand if it said, like, I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation, like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but can't quite remember. What do I do now? Or what do I know? What don't I know? Oh, God! A strange sound rang around my head. Rang out through my head. It felt like I was shaking my brain back and forth. And then, darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Guessing everything's gone now. Ow. Apparently something hit me, and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? Gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? My brain refused to do any more work. Literally me right now. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room. Get some rest. Please do! My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back to toward my room. Somehow, I made it back to the 1st floor of the school. The farther I walked, the more I felt. Things are getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... As if from a vast distance, I heard a sound. It was faint, but undeniable. That sound. Coming from the gym? As I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. What's going on? It can't be nothing. You're in the gym? Didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Whoa, easy there. Before me, there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No, one side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
Oh no! Sakura! The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be the mastermind spy is... It's Sakura! Oh, it's over. The next generation legend, stand tall, galactic hero. It's over. 3 more gone. I like how I had both the Twin Tail girls literally standing right next to Makoto. Twin Tails are dope. Yes! Super Robo Justice! Yes. Let me save. Alright, so since I saved it, I imagine it's going to end up here. So I think this is a good place to stop it. So, for now, we will pick this up next week, because I really want to get through with this. I doubt we'll be able... I imagine we're going to be doing 2 separate live streams for the next chapter. And then so on and so forth. That's the kind of thing I imagine, at least. So, I think, from what Kristen told me, there's still 2 more trials after this. Because we finished the 3rd one, and there's still 4... No, there's still 3. I'm lying, there's 3. I still have 3 because there's 6 total. So, yeah. So, I think this will be a good stopping point here. We finally were able to save. I imagine it'll bring it here. So, I think we'll be fine on that front, so... All right, guys. So yeah. Oh, dude, I'm dead. Like this game's it's good, but the thing that sucks is that you have to read so much, and I feel like I need to like read it out, all of it. So like doing all these streams, I don't know. Like I want to like make it so it's only an hour, but I don't want to just like drop it like in the middle of something, like maybe something good or something. Regardless, like I don't know. But yeah, nonetheless, this will be a good stopping point here. So, guys, thank you very much for smashing the like button. Thank you guys very much for talking in the chat, joining me on the stream. Anyone else who ends up checking this out later on, thank you for watching and everything. And I'm going to go play some Code Vein. Actually, no, I think I'm going to go rest for a little bit and then play some Code Vein later, because I also have to edit a video. So, all right, guys. So, yeah, thanks again very much for coming out to this stream. And I will see you all next week when we do more Danganronpa. And, of course, be sure to check out tomorrow's video, which is probably going to be Warriors Roshi 4 with Zeus training. So, thanks again, guys, and I will see you all later.